Oh, look. There he goes.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Is that a...
It's a
yeah,
guillotine.
It's a guillotine. Yeah. Didn't know they were French.
Do you honestly think you're
Could you be any louder? You really trying to trap yourself, dude?
I had never noticed it before. I was wondering if it would go off if you stepped on it.
Slide. Elden Ring is too hard. Oh, sorry. I thought we were doing terrible hot takes that are absolute nonsense. So...
I have a terrible hot take on Elden Ring that I just choose not to share because I don't want people to fight me about it.
Well, now you gotta tell me.
I really, really like the game.
Uh-huh.
And I've beaten every FromSoft game. And there's a problem with Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me think that I don't know if I'll ever actually beat it. Which is, it's just a bit too long. Like, there's too much. And some people see that as a good thing. I don't really see it as a bad thing. I'm like, at least there is a lot there. But I got 2 major areas into the game and just kind of burn out on playing FromSoft style games. And then
hold on. How long is Elden Ring? Jesus.
And see, that's if you rush the main story.
And 132 hours to 100%.
Yeah, because I have 80 hours in the game and I've only finished the first 2 main areas. So depending on how you play games like that and the way I play, it's just... I go around and find, like, everything and stuff, and it's taking forever.
Dude, that's longer than, like...
I'm gonna be... Like, if I actually 100% of that game, it would probably take me, like, well over 400 hours just because I'm so fucking slow. And it's really a me problem. It's not an Elden Ring problem. It's a me problem.
So, I've 100%ed the Mass Effect trilogy, and according to that, the entire Mass Effect trilogy is around 110 hours. That's pretty insane.
Mm-hmm.
How long are all 3 Mass Effect games? 150 hours on all 3 games. So, that's what a lot of people say.
So I was talking to Alucard about it. He was like, dude, it only took me like 40 hours to beat Elden Ring. And I was like, well, I have twice that amount of time and I've only done the first 2 areas. So, like, but my first 2 areas,
you can't
the areas are subdivided. So I've done more than 2 areas. I've done east, whatever that place is you start in, and west, and south, the peninsula. So I did all that. I did the major dungeon. And then I moved up to the lake, and I've done basically everything there is to do at the lake. And there's still Caillou that I haven't even been to yet. There's a couple big underground areas I haven't been to yet. There's the whole northern area I haven't been to yet. The giant city that's like one of the last in-game areas.
I think the biggest
like,
thing
there's so much stuff in that game.
I think the biggest thing with you is the fact that you can't help but just do everything in one area and then move on.
I don't think that's how it's meant to be played, and as like a sort of completionist type person when it comes to open world games, like that doesn't work for me. and this is the thing I get with it is like there's stuff that is locked down Metroidvania style until you get to certain points of the game. Well, sort of. There's actually the ability to pretty much go anywhere you want if you know how. But there are like some keys and stuff that you would have to grab to get to certain areas. Either that or you have to be a baller and able to basically like low level kill some really hard bosses, which is actually what I did. I actually went to the Altus Plateau by killing the fucking thing I wasn't supposed to be able to kill yet. Way before I was supposed to. But yeah, and then there's also a way to get into, it's kind of a secret type thing that you can get a hint about, but there's a way to get into the Volcano Manor if you go down to the very bottom of the lake dungeon and let the Iron Maiden grab you. It will transport you to the Volcano Manor.
Okay, well...
which is up on the Altus Plateau, but yeah, I don't know. There's like multiple ways to actually get through blockades to different areas, because you can actually go through the castle to get to the lake, which is the dungeon, and that's the intended path. Or you can actually find the little cliffside that goes around the bottom of the castle, and you can skip the castle and go to the lake early. So it really is open world. But it's just if you have the tenacity to do so, you know? But it's just, it's big, and I've only done about a third of it.
Okay, and that's the thing that I would say is detrimental to how you play games. Whereas me, I don't know.
But I'm not going to sit here and be like, Elden Ring sucks because it's too long, because that's just...
That's dumb.
That just be me straight up lying.
That's dumb.
It's fantastic from what I've played so far. I just don't know if I'll ever finish it.
So, bad hot takes in gaming. I guarantee you most of these are going to be from like Polygon or what's the other one? Kotaku. There's some really bad gaming hot takes from some of these larger magazines out there, and also from some of the more.
Those are almost the low-hanging fruit at this point, though, too.
Yeah, sort of like how BuzzFeed is the low-hanging fruit of.
It's like I can literally go to their front page and find something that's probably a shit take, like right now.
And then, of course, there's certain gaming. For instance, one that I just couldn't believe, given the fact that this man has created some of my favorite games ever of all time, David Jaffe and his take on Metroid Dread. And I'm just like, David, why are you doing this? Dude, you were the director of the first God of War game. You were the director of the Twisted Metal franchise. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing a deliberately shit hot take on a game that is super well designed and super intricate, and just why? And my guess is he thought that he was onto something.
I guess it just differs from the way. Yeah, my glasses are broken.
Yeah,
right now, by the way.
Nick's glasses snapped on him.
I guess it just differs too much from the way that he personally designs games to the point that he doesn't understand it.
I guess, but that doesn't mean you need to. That just because someone does something different than you doesn't mean that you need to just shit on it and just pretend like how everyone else does it is god awful. I mean, if you're gonna pull the tortured artist route, you at least need to still be making stuff that has value to it. I mean, I love David Jaffe as a video game creator. He's one of my favorites ever. But it's just a shit hot take on a shit on a shitty way of going about it. And I think David Jaffe, if we actually sat down and we talked to him, he would probably just hopefully come to the logical conclusion. It's just I missed something and it was my fault.
And I think that part of the problem may be if he's never played a Metroid game before Dread before. Dread's not exactly a great entry point for beginners.
Fair enough.
It's a tough Metroid game.
Some would say it's one of the more difficult Metroid games.
But if you were to say play Prime first and have an idea how that exploration works already in your head and everything, then I think you could go into Dread and have less of that well, that's dumb, how was I supposed to know that type thing, because it would make more sense, because you would get the idea of the environment being able to tell, basically the environment giving you road signs, and you would get the idea of the fact that even when you think you're lost, you're probably still somehow on the right path, because that's just how good the design of it is.
Yeah, and just to say this, hey, David Jaffe, if you ever do see this, and he probably won't, because, hey, we're not high enough on the totem pole to really matter for most people. But, David Jaffe, if you do see this, love your work, man. I always have. And I would just love to, I'd love to speak with you sometime. Pick your brain, if you will. So, anyway, we're going to hop into this. This is the Actman with even more terrible gaming hot takes. Here we go.
When real next-gen games... Not
a word. Not a word. I'm joking, by the way. Shit happens.
Games come out,
You'll be a footnote in a couple of months. Nobody will even talk about this game. Ever even mention it when we talk about the greats of this generation.
Ladies and gentlemen,
stupid do you have to be?
I know that, you know, we just started and we're pausing already, not even 10 seconds into the video.
We literally proved him wrong with our intro.
But not only that, but the fact that the Act Man is using Quantum TV as his opener for this, for shitty hot takes, Act Man, I applaud you for the balls that you have on sticking to your guns on this shit. Damn.
Especially after YouTube done basically once said that they were just going to take his side, even though he's a
racist piece of shit.
Yeah, piece of garbage.
Yes, and also complete and total asshat of a human being. Anyway, back to this. Fuck you, Quantum.
No game of the year, no real champion, just bare minimum.
This is not a good game. It is not a 10 out of 10. No way is it anywhere near Game of the Year.
Game of the Year winner
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Hey!
Good job, Miyazaki-san.
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
up, everybody? This is the
What's
Act
up?
Man here, and today,
What's up, Act?
you smell what the Act Man's cooking? It's more
Bacon?
terrible gaming
Bacon?
hot takes.
Those don't smell quite as good as bacon.
No. You lure us in with the false pretenses of bacon, man. You can't do that. My heart can't take that kind of punishment. And then you had to just lure us in and give us
The
some
face
shitty
you
hot-
paused on.
It's like a great dirt face. I want to challenge to some of you all out there, like, what are some of the funniest dirt faces you've paused on in videos? Just you can explain it or you can timestamp it. If it can be timestamped, you know, just share the video.
That's more the face of smelling shitty game hot takes right there.
Yeah.
A fat dump on your steak before throwing it on the grill. That's what it smells like. So let's jump into it, all right? What do we got today? Remember when video games had bare titties because why not? God of War used to be a series worth playing. Now Kratos has feelings.
That's kind of gay, but hey.
Remember when Kratos used to jack off after he beat every boss and you would look at some hot porn? Now this motherfucker has feelings.
No, I don't have feelings, because feelings are gay.
Hey, John Lajoie.
You didn't have to.
I am your father. I will always help, as long as I am able.
God, what a pussy. Of course the dude got feelings. That's why he's doing any of the shit he's doing. How do you go from this to this?
It's like there's always gonna be like one asshat that's like, new God of War games suck because where's the titties? It's like, dude, like, did you not age past the age of 13? What happened?
Well, I'm not gonna say like I don't enjoy like breastises because, you know, as a straight dude, yeah, I do enjoy it. But
there's nothing wrong with them, but they're not necessary to make a good game.
They're not necessary to make a great game. I mean, if that's all you want to do.
Was I super hyped that I got to see titties when I was like 14 in the first God of War? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Do I still need to see titties for God of War 2018 and Ragnarok to be good? Not really.
Hell no. Hey, this is the thing people don't.
If I want to see them that bad, I'll go to Google and I'll type in Freya titties and they'll be there.
Here's the thing. The internet has plenty at its disposal to fulfill your sick, twisted needs.
It's
By all means, seek it out.
Rule 34 is a thing.
Yes. Ugh.
And Rule 35 is a complimenting rule.
Game Freak needs to do better when they make the new Pokemon.
She is in middle school. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. Like, all Pokemon characters are like 14 or less.
Yes. What is wrong with you?
Except for maybe Jesse and James.
Yeah, they're in their like early 20s, maybe late teens.
Yeah, I think Jesse is like the only acceptable Pokemon waifu.
Yes. And she definitely
Oh, and
is.
Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny, obviously.
Haha, yeah.
Sometimes I hate the gaming community. It's a fucking child's game, dude. But it's a child's game starring children. There needs to be no sex appeal, except for Cynthia and Professor Oak. I will no longer play the characters of Killjoy and Raze in Valorant due to them being homosexual. Thank you for ruining my gaming experience.
I'm glad they ruined your gaming experience.
Yeah, because if that's all it takes to ruin your gaming experience, oh my god, such a soft brain take. Hey, okay, that's not good. What is wrong with you? Grow up. Accept the fact that the people out there can love whoever the hell they want, as long as it is consensual. See? What's so hard about that?
Also, it's fictional characters.
Yeah, not real. That's the other thing. I didn't even get...
So they said Tracer was a lesbian, and I was like, still waifu. Don't care.
I still find
She's
her
a
attractive.
fictional character. I'm allowed to still have her as a waifu.
And then of course...
I can have a head canon.
Well, and that's the other thing, too. There are people who would... at the gaming studio who would just be like, we would like to request that you stop. I remember they were making all those risque 3D animated things of Tracer, and it was a lot of people were saying that it was a problem on certain sites on the hub and everything. It's just like, stop making an alarming amount of Tracer prawn. It's not good. I remember, I think it was Jeff Kaplan who made a post about it, and guess what happened? It happened tenfold. And it's like, welcome to the internet.
Somebody sent me a meme about that just the other day. It was probably an old meme, but it was like the devs at Blizzard realizing that hackers broke in to steal their 3D models, and they're like, and then it's like the devs at Blizzard realizing that the hackers only stole the female 3D models.
Oh. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what the
fuck? They have to be gay.
Why are you gay?
Why did they have to like vagina instead of penis? Remember when we
Vagina's
could just talk
amazing.
about video
Yes,
games
yes,
and
it
we
is.
talked about why they were bad or why they were good? Can we just go back to that, please? No. If this was a Netflix show, Kratos' son would be gay and Kratos Afro-American. But since it's Amazon, I think the casting will be good, but the plot will be very disappointing.
I got some bad news for you, homie. You do not Google the voice actors who have played Kratos. Do not. Because here's the Kratos is Greek. Greek people, from what a lot of people, especially like Spartans and people from Italy, they're very dark skinned, and it I don't understand why people would assume that Kratos is just like this like Nordic white. I know that it's set in Norse mythology, but if you actually go back and you see where Kratos is from, he's from Greece. Have you seen Greek people? Greek people are brown. A lot of
If anybody thinks that he's supposed to be Norse, they didn't even get halfway through the game, apparently.
Apparently. Also, gosh. I also love the fact that T.C. Carson and Chris Judge both have done tremendous jobs voicing Kratos. T.C. Carson did a great job of voicing a young Kratos, that youthful vigor, that, the unstoppable rage. And then, of course, Chris Judge just adds such a level of gravitas.
Older, stern father.
Yes. And Chris Judge, being a father himself, pulls from that.
And stern enough to raise a son to survive in such a hostile world.
Yeah.
Wait, do I have news for you about who plays Kratos?
Yeah. There you go.
You should show him the other one, too. Show T.C. Carson. I love T.C. Carson, by the way. That dude's awesome.
Fucking got him. Gamers be like, we need to reduce crunch in development and complain when devs do something that reduces their workload. People who complain about crunch are just incels who hate on The Last of Us Part 2. That's gotta be that's the most obvious troll I've ever seen. Someone sent me this image up.
He's even got a clown as his profile picture.
Yeah.
Outweighs my dislike of.
Oh, no!
What?
Oh, that is such a shit take. My love for Blizzard games outweighs my dislike of that. The other thing is I don't know anyone personally that was harmed. I couldn't care any less. I also...
Congratulations, you're a sociopath.
Yes, you've outed yourself as a sociopath. I hope you get the help that you need.
It's like me still sitting here trying to figure out if I can actually bring myself to spend money on Diablo 4 if it ends up being good.
Well,
and kind of half crossing my fingers, being like, hopefully it's just not good and I don't have to worry about it. Like,
I can take some solace in the fact that a lot of the people that committed that shit are out of the company, but there's someone still there that needs to be out, and if Microsoft knows what's good for them, they'll get rid of him as soon as his contract is up, if not before.
It's the fucking king dickhead.
Yes. He needs to go.
He's probably responsible for everybody getting away with the shit they got away with for as long as they did.
Yes.
My love for Blizzard games outweighs my dislike of... And then the sound of... The other thing is, I don't know anyone personally that was harmed, so I couldn't do any less. I also pre-ordered those games before any of this came to light. Where to begin? I don't know who on God's green earth could have written this, but they clearly wrote it to justify whatever purchases or time they spend playing Blizzard games. It's like, you don't have to justify it. Just because some bad shit happened doesn't mean
fire him.
Are morally reprehensible for playing a game. It's up to you if you want to boycott the company or not. I respect it either way. But like, you don't have to justify that by saying, well, I don't know anyone who was sexually assaulted at Blizzard, so fuck them.
Yeah, you just outed yourself as an asshole when there wasn't even necessary to do so.
Yes. Yes. Wow.
Elden Ring.
Sometimes some people should just shut the fuck up and play video games.
Yes. Sometimes people just need to do that.
I remember seeing this one.
That's right.
Oh,
God. Why?
Embodies From Software's problems with women. Knock, knock. Who's there? Polygon. Polygon who? Poly gonna give you another bad article to read? Why do FromSoft games always bring out like the worst opinions in everyone?
It's always either, like I said, Polygon, Kotaku, sometimes Destructoid. Oh god, sometimes Destructoid. And then of course, you know, obvious shit takes from BuzzFeed Gaming and shit like that. I mean, what else is there to say, man?
There's two kinds, like his question, there's two kinds of people in the world. This is why. There's those who understand FromSoft games, and then there's those who'd rather take a dick through their eardrum than give any effort at all to trying to understand FromSoft games.
Millennia, Blade of Mikola. This enigmatic warrior captured the audience from the moment she appeared, and she featured prominently in the rest of the game's marketing. But instead of becoming an uncontested favorite, she frustrated fans and revealed the limitations of From Software's imagination. This is a critique I have never once heard before. I mean, I've heard people complain that Millennia is a hard fight, maybe too hard for some. Definitely not me. But I've never heard someone describe it as imaginative. It's such a legendary, iconic boss fight of the game.
Holy shit! That's death. That is death.
They made a freaking statue of her. Millennia exemplifies the way FromSoft writes women in its games. Whether bosses or NPCs you meet in the wild, these women have a shared condition. They exist in tragically declined worlds, so like every character in From Software games.
Yes.
Specific brokenness, disfigurement, abandonment, and loss. So like every
character in From Software games.
Yes.
They are afflicted by gender? Afflicted by gender.
I'm afflicted by stupidity by reading that shit. Oh my gosh.
And the cure for when they are obstacles instead of mutely helpful is for the player to enact succinct violence. What the fuck is that sentence? What?
It's someone who has a Harvard degree whose parents paid for a Harvard degree, and it's them trying to sound intelligent and sound like they have some weight and gravitas to what they're trying to say. But instead, all I get from that is me write story about woman in game. Woman have trouble in game. Game bad. That's all I read from that. Also, I turned the key.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it was the mouse. The mouse.
Yeah, the mouse is still moving,
okay,
but
yeah.
the keyboard.
I was gonna say there was stuff happening on the screen. I was like, hopefully he doesn't stop the recording or something.
Oh, the mouse was jumping. It was like, oh.
Yeah, the mouse I saw like fly down the.
Yeah, I turned the keyboard off for that.
I feel like it's just somebody smoked way too much fucking weed before they went to write their article and just said what came to mind.
Probably.
Gave their dumbass high thoughts submitted for an article.
Yeah.
Guy. Bad guy could be a dude, could be a dude melded together with a dragon. Bad guy could be a giant knight. That giant knight could be a chick, it could be a dude. You killed a bad guy. The broader gaming community usually reacts harshly towards female characters. I think just the dumb...
No, the dumb ones do. You see, I've talked about this. People need to learn to differentiate. People need to... It's like we talked about with Rian Johnson. If Rian Johnson would have just said these so-called Star Wars fans who are targeting Kelly Marie Tran aren't real Star Wars fans. And I think we as a Star Wars community need to stand behind her and help her get through this.
I want so bad to go find that particular comment just so I can reply to it and be like, you're a fucking moron.
Yes! Yes! Dude.
When I saw the Hades 2 trailer, like... my brain didn't even think anything about the fact that it was a female protagonist.
Who gives a shit?
I was just like, this looks bitchin'.
Who gives a shit? The game looks awesome. It's like, female protagonist, male protagonist. Oh god, I have a penis that makes me insecure to play as a woman. Like, if that is all you have, and that is if your masculinity is so fragile that you playing as a woman in a video game causes you that, then honestly, put yourself in a padded room. You deserve to miss
out on everything you've missed out on.
Put yourself in a padded room and let everyone else enjoy the awesome games that are coming out, including Hades 2.
I'm glad you missed out on Metroid. I'm glad you missed out on Tomb Raider. I'm glad you missed out on every other awesome game I played with a female protagonist. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. Yeah, Nier Automata. Even though you can play as 9S as well. But.
Yeah, but also...
Jesus, man.
God, it just... But... This is the whole deal, is like these people who have the hot take of just like, women in the gaming community, they're treated like garbage. I'm like, here's what I'll say. There are some dudes out there, who go out of their way to try and torture female gamers to try and get them to quit and all that.
And those same guys claim to have fucked my mom last night all the damn time.
Exactly. And
it's like, it's not just that they're doing it to women, they're doing it to everybody. They're dickheads. That's how dickheads work.
That's how dickheads are. But this is the one thing that journalists and everyone out there needs to do. You need to differentiate between who is saying it and target them instead of targeting the whole spectrum of gamers. It's like the whole diagram about, the ones who attacked, Zoe Quinn. It was the diagram that you and I both discussed about. It's like, you have all these tables in here.
Oh, the explanation of Gamergate.
Yeah, but this one table over here says some stuff that goes too far. Then this one group over here says... Everyone in this room...
They heard a person at a table say something about the people sitting at their table next to them, and so everyone at this table assumed that every other table in that room was saying the same shit about their table.
Exactly. And that's what people don't seem to understand, is like, you have to differentiate. You cannot just put all gamers in this cube that says all of them are sexist, all of them are bigots, all of them are this. Because by doing that, you are shooting yourself in the foot.
Like, how many times have you been out in public in a place with a lot of people and you saw one guy acting like a freaking insane asshole?
Yeah.
And you thought to yourself, this guy's acting like an insane asshole. Oh my god, everyone here must be an insane asshole. You have never once had that thought.
Where's the logic?
People do that all the time online.
Yes, because they can't help themselves. Everyone has to group everything together. Everyone has to be in a neat little box that they can put into 140 or 280 characters on Twitter and just bitch about. That's all. God, get over yourselves.
Parts of the gaming community, or maybe you could change this to say that the broader gaming community usually reacts harshly to poorly written characters.
Yes.
But then again, some people also call female protagonists woke, which is also dumb.
That's stupid.
That's like two sides of the same stupidity spectrum. It's
yes.
like gamers don't like female characters, and having a female character is woke. It's like they're both equally dumb.
Yes.
Which makes the Souls...
So if you look at if you want to do the numbers game, it'd be like 1,000. Imagine the gamers, like all gamers out there, is like 1,000 people. Like, let's put it as a group of 1,000 people. There are like 5 people on this side who say the most abstract, insane shit about how women in games are absolute shit. And then you have the other side of the spectrum who are just like, oh, the entire gamers spectrum is, you know, full of this and full of bigots and everything. And then everyone else in the middle is just like, we're just enjoying games and having fun. What are you talking about? But yet, both sides are going to fire barbs at one another, and everyone's going to get caught in the crossfire because people don't know how to use critical thinking anymore. So if you do that online, just know you're a fucking retard.
Osborn community's embrace of female characters feel positive on the surface.
Just in case you want to edit
based
that
on
one.
that empty, emotionless state or reduces them to infantilized waifus, you realize that hostility and that fondness spring from the same deep sexist roots, twins intertwined. Okay, so a lot to unpack here. What I will say is the article's very well written. It has big words. I'm not saying it's good or I agree, but you know, homie's been reading a thesaurus. But like, how From Software writes women? I mean, Firekeepers, yeah, they're kind of similar, but you can make that point. But they're all like motherly figures to represent the comfort of the hub zones, which are typically an escape or refuge from the harsh environments outside. Ah! What the fuck? What the fuck? What? So yeah, it helps to have someone like mother you and cradle you. Like, I'm not sure what the point is or why Millennia Blade of Mikola is used as an example. This article comes across like a kid fresh out of college who's trying to prove themselves with what they think are mind-blowing assertions, but it's really just a bunch of dumb shit. From Software's female characters who deviate from this quiet, doll-like appearance are still written with a lack of emotionality, which feels close to masculine stoicism. Okay, so we can't have strong female protagonists because it's too masculine? Is that what you're saying? What? Why am I reading this? Soulsborne games are infamous for challenging their audiences, and over the years have attracted a particular kind of player base, often men. Why are you? What are you even upset about?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I know a lot of chicks that love Soulsborne games, man. Literally, one of my friends went to cosmetology school and named her Instagram with KOS, like K-O-S in the name for cosmetology. Yeah, because of Bloodborne.
Yeah. Dude, people just want to make the narrative. They want to make up the narrative and just litter it and pollute it with like shreds of evidence that they have collected and build a narrative and make everybody else as miserable as they are. It's like, if you're just bad at Elden Ring, just say you're bad at Elden Ring. No need to write an article about it, like trashing all people in the gamer spectrum who just so happen to have a penis or identify as a man. I mean, why?
I don't get it. Millennia's boss fight is punishingly difficult, and the audience's hostility and competitive attitudes about it are often steeped in gendered toxicity. How? Numerous Reddit posts, YouTube videos, and tweets talk about players' failures or successes while littered with sexist slurs. And one of these links goes to a search result on Twitter for Millennia, bitch. What is the... How can you...
It's because they're trying to shape the narrative in their favor. Instead of actually giving evidence and pointing out specific tweets or anything like that, they want you to do the legwork and find it.
So let me just.
If that was such a problem, they would have links that would have pictures of thousands or even hundreds of various tweets that have that in it.
Basically, what they're saying is because I differentiate my insults based on gender, and my profanities that I yell when I'm frustrated with something, that makes me sexist. Despite the fact that I go, oh, you bastard motherfucker, when a male boss is making me angry, as opposed to going, oh, you bitch, like whenever female bosses make me.
I've called plenty of like bosses bitches, Like hell, I called the Berserker King a bitch multiple times while fighting him.
I use the word whore a lot when I get killed by females in games for some reason. Like, oh, you whore! Like, I don't know. I'm not talking real people either. I'm talking.
Oh God.
Like,
You're offending
I'm talking
people.
like Millennia would be one that would be like this whore.
Nick, you've offended people because you're calling a character that isn't real. By the way,
Yeah.
that's makes no sense.
Yeah, which
people have way too much.
If
time
you're
on their
offended
hands
by
to be
that,
pissed off
good.
About shit.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
In particular,
if you have enough time to be pissed off about him calling a fictional character that doesn't exist a whore, you have way too much time on your hands, and you need to get a life. Go outside, touch grass, enjoy life. Stop, get off Twitter and like the forums, and just enjoy life.
Or just be mad because it's funny to me.
Or that.
So good with words, yet so dumb. People also fell back into the usual community discourse about which methods of beating her were more valid and which ones made you a pussy. And success over her took on a weird masculinized chest beating at times.
I beat Millennia, no summons. Me have the biggest penis.
Is that what you think we are?
Yes.
What you think we're doing?
Yes.
When faced with a
That's what
difficult,
they
defiant woman who has never been beaten, men cannot help but fantasize about being the one to take her down. Or maybe someone just wants to beat the hard boss, because it's a hard boss.
Yes.
Why is it men? Women can like these games too, you jack off. Women continue to populate the path as either passive helpmeets or predictable obstacles, which the fan base is all too happy to step over. I feel like every single complaint this person has, or point they're trying to make, could be applied to men as well. They either help you or they don't.
Yes.
Speaking of Elden Ring, it recently won Game of the Year. And you know who wasn't too thrilled about that?
Hey, yo, so the Game Awards...
He's back! He's back!
Just ended, and Elden Ring took Game of the Year, and...
You can see it in his face. He is still so salty about it.
It's like,
I'm gonna say this right now.
Yeah,
I don't know how a game that didn't have any memorable characters that anybody could bond with...
Someone must extinguish thy flame. I command thee. You are maidenless.
I am Melania, Blade of Mikola.
The only thing this game had was difficulty, and if you add an easy mode, half the player base would disappear, but okay, whatever, yeah, that's Game of the Year.
Oh my god, dude, he's so butthurt. Why are you so butthurt about it?
Because he's a fucking moron.
I'm gonna say, salt mines to this day are filled from the salt that can be mined from this dude's like just anger and just saltiness about the fact that Elden Ring took Game of the Year.
It's like as soon as he like turns off the camera, he just turns around and he's like,
no, you know what at first he's like? At first he's like, so yeah, I don't agree with this decision, and I just want to say thank you all for tuning in. Turns the camera off. You just hear, fucking shit, God.
Pretty much. Yeah.
This is a shit game. Why?
Yeah, break your phone.
It's good. We're good. We're good. Sorry.
The further we get down the years, it's just not going to be what people are expecting. It's not going to continue that same energy, bro, but hey.
You made this...
Tuning in to the Game Awards 2029, they announce a new category, Game of the Decade. And the winner for Game of the Decade of the 2020s goes to... Elden Ring. You just hear Quantum T... Only thing you hear from Quantum TV... You know what? Fuck it. I'll be mean, and I'm gonna have to censor this. If you want to see if you all want an uncensored version of this, hit me up. I'll share it on Patreon. The only thing you hear from Quantum TV is a...
Damn.
Yeah. You hear a...
prediction like 10 months ago when it came out. And you were wrong as shit, dog. You were so wrong.
No Game of the Year, no real champion, just bare minimum. When real next-gen games come out, you'll be a footnote in a couple of months. Nobody will even talk about this game. ever even mention it when we talk about the greats of this generation.
Elden Ring.
That is a fact when the next generation cycle is said and done. Don't forget it.
He's just pissed off.
I said it on this day.
He's just probably pissed off that he couldn't beat it. I mean, he probably...
That's exactly what he's pissed off at. He's like, it's too hard. No, it's a stupid game. I don't feel like trying more than once to get through the intro to a game. Like,
for 500.
Let's see what happens in 2023. How many of these Souls players will still be playing that game? Probably fucking 0, but okay, let's play the game.
Wow.
Okay, it was Game of the Year this year, but what about 2023, huh? What about next year? Is it gonna be Game of the Year then?
And you know what? Take your
hey,
victory
it's
laps.
2023 right now.
How many people are playing it? Oh, let me hear the numbers. I got to take my headphones off to hear the numbers.
91,000 concurrent players as
How
of
many?
the beginning of 2023. 91,000. That's definitely not a 0, bro, my dude.
Take your victory laps, baby. We got the W. We got it. Look at.
By the way, that's just on Steam.
Yeah, that's not counting PlayStation, Xbox. Yeah.
Whatever Elden Ring Game of the Year, but we all know what happened, man. It ain't really a Game of the Year.
It ain't.
Oh, did you see the amount of blinks that he did right there?
Game of the Year, but we all know what happened, man. It ain't really.
The amount of blinks right there. Jesus.
So that confirms that he's just a giant fucking troll. Like, he doesn't actually believe what he's saying.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's a nerve thing.
He's
or if
doing
that's
this
a
shit.
Medical issue.
No, he's doing this shit for attention. He's lying through his teeth just for attention.
Whatever Elden Ring Game of the Year, but we all know what happened, man. It ain't.
I'm about to say something I know to be demonstrably untrue.
Yeah.
And that means that he's doing all of this shit for attention.
Dude, I could feel the wind from his eye fluttering.
Which he's
from
succeeding.
here.
Like,
Jesus.
he succeeded. He got attention for being a dumbass.
Oh yeah.
So
much like the vegan teacher, you're getting all the smoke. But the question is, can you handle it?
Ain't really a Game of the Year.
It ain't really a Game of the Year. It was, but
you know it ain't
really.
Nobody's gonna be playing that game, bro. The game has already lost traction. It's already losing players.
Well, at least you stopped telling people to kill themselves. Let's hear more of.
That's true. At least he did that. Oh wait,
Mr. TV's reactions to the Game Awards.
Now, as far as Game Awards and all that other stuff, I've had a lot of fun trolling a lot of the Elden Ring players. I think for me, it's been a very fun experience, I would say.
Has it?
You guys literally sound like abuse victims, right?
It has been pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't fun for a bit, but
Oof.
It is now.
I hate to laugh at it, but I mean, he put it there like a joke.
Well, no, Actman can laugh at himself, and he can understand. Like, yeah, I got reamed. I got reamed by the system.
As long as it was just for a bit, you know, like, and we're just good now.
To farm them
You
for
can laugh
views,
at it
and I
for
can say that
retrospect.
shamelessly because they shamelessly attack other people that don't want to play the trial and error simulator that is their Game of the Year, which is fantastic. But it kind of leads me into like the Game Awards kind of was rigged.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, we all know the true winner was
my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton.
Indeed.
That is true Game of the Year. True Game of the Year. Reformed Rabbi Bill Clinton. Yeah.
I was also happy to hear that that dude did not actually get arrested, because there were all these articles that's like, confirmed that dude was arrested who ran on stage.
Yeah, I
and I'm
remember
like,
Jeff Keighley talked about it.
I'm like, for real? Like, why?
No, Jeff Keighley talked about it. He's like, the person who
like, you gotta arrest a dude for doing something legendary? Like, come on, man. Like,
it's a troll.
It was a
It's
harmless
joke.
prank. He didn't even say anything horribly offensive or anything. Maybe slightly offensive to those of the Jewish faith.
He's Jewish.
Yeah. So, well, there you go then. Like, I mean,
no, the kid's Jewish. The kid's actually Jewish. Like, from Israel and well, I think he's from Israel. I'm not 100% sure on that, but according to him, he is Orthodox Jew.
He didn't use any slurs. He didn't use any, like, really fucked up words. You know, he just said something nonsensical, and it was kind of funny. It's like, all right.
Well, I was gonna say, okay,
but luckily, like, it was actually not accurate. He did not get arrested for it.
Well,
so
now,
that's good.
I'll say this: I see the dude on podcasts and stuff like that, and he's wearing a yarmulke. If he's wearing a yarmulke and that's for real, okay. But if he's wearing a yarmulke just for a bit and all that, pushing it a little bit there, bro. That's it.
It was either going to be Dad of War or Elden Ring, because those are the two most popular games right now. And the thing that held Dad of War back is it just didn't launch as early as Elden Ring to move as many units, to pick up as much.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, that's not how that works. I was actually thinking it's impressive to me that Elden Ring came out so much earlier in the year, and then Ragnarok came out, and everyone was currently talking about it, and Elden Ring still beat it. That means Elden Ring has fucking staying power. The exact thing that he's trying to say that it does not have at all.
And Ragnarok, the thing with it is, this is how these award shows work. If you want your movie to get recognized during awards time, there's a certain window that you release it in to make sure that the award shows see it and are like, oh,
and to make sure that it's fresh on people's minds.
Exactly.
And Elden Ring didn't have to do that. It came out in fucking April, and it still won the awards at the end of the year.
Yes.
Press or whatever, and
wasn't God of War Ragnarok like one of the fastest selling PlayStation games ever made?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
I was pretty much like, yo, this game kind of sucks, I fucking hate it kind of thing. And then I saw the response that I was getting on my initial review. A lot of the people that were attacking were a lot of the socially awkward weirdos.
Look at all these socially awkward...
How do you know that?
I was going to say...
How do you know that?
Takes one to know one, Quantum. Like, socially awkward weirdos. Like, dude, for you to say that, that's something. That's hilarious. That's the pot call. Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to say it. I'm a socially awkward weirdo, but he doesn't fucking know that from text and comments.
No, he doesn't. Dude, if you're just bad at the game, just say you're bad at the game and move on. That's it. You don't even have to do a review for the game, because here's the thing.
I really, at this point, after seeing the way he blinked, which was 100% just like, I'm saying something that I don't believe right now. Like, I really just think he's a giant fucking troll, and he's doing it all for attention.
I could see that. But I would say the biggest problem with Quantum is just the fact that he does this stuff, and answer me this, anyone out there, does anyone really go to Quantum TV for an honest and fair game review? No? Okay. End of story right there. So... he could have not done an Elden Ring review, and nobody would have missed it. Nobody would have cared. Nobody.
Well, I mean, his fan base might have been like, hey, why haven't you done an Elden Ring review? And he could literally release a short video and be like, yeah, I would do an Elden Ring review, but I'm not very good at games like that, so I can't really get far enough to give you an honest opinion.
It's just like Jacksepticeye not doing a playthrough of the Callisto Protocol. Because, according to him, it wasn't making a good video because of how buggy it was. And I would love for Jack to revisit now, especially considering the game's a lot easier to play now with all the updates and everything that's been done. But that's Jack's choice. But anyway.
Yeah, they were saying that when it first released, every jump scare was causing massive frame drops.
So you knew what was coming.
Every fucking jump scare. So, ruined the horror aspect that they had put into it.
Yes. And I can understand why, a lot of people would be thrown off by that. But here's one thing, everyone. I want to address the elephant in the room that is Glenn Schofield. Glenn Schofield is doing an exceptional job handling the release of the game, the updating of the game. He's not calling gamers entitled. He's not making excuses. He's not blaming the gaming community as a whole for the reason why the game isn't as successful as he'd hoped it would be. Instead, he is taking it on the chin, taking it in stride, updating the game, and he is doing what is necessary to ensure the future of Callisto Protocol. Can you say most game developers out there today would be doing that? No. Most game devs today, if a game launched and it was shitty from the jump, they would be like, well, these entitled fucking gamers out there, they don't know a good game. If it's not this, then they just don't care. And they're targeting us because we have a mostly female dev team. It's like, can't you just admit you made a bad game and just move on with your life? No, because People run away from responsibility and acceptance like it's a fucking plague.
At least you can say that there's at least one other group that has basically done the same for their game, which is CD Projekt Red.
Yes.
Like, they haven't given up, and they didn't try to blame it on players. Like, they knew they screwed up.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, they screwed up so bad that a lot of their upper management has been sacked because of it. And they took that in stride. They were just like, we fucked up. We fucked up real bad.
That like Elden Ring and attacking me because they don't have social skills.
They have no family, no friends, no life.
I'm never gonna like the game because I think, frankly, it would not have killed the developers to have respect for new players. Like, it takes 2 seconds to add a difficulty toggle.
It takes 2 seconds to add a difficulty toggle. You don't have to retool every encounter and just
And
lower the
rebalance
numbers.
the
That's
entire fucking game.
Life,
yes, you
doesn't
do.
maybe have so much bullshit to deal with. They're not gonna care. They're gonna be, oh gosh, you're giving me a challenge. I live a boring life. Fantastic.
Oh my god. You know what we need to do? We need to have a mode that is called, we've probably talked about this, journalism mode. Basically, it's God mode. Makes the game infinitely easy. Makes the game, like, you can't die. Your hits, one-hit kill bosses. Your, you know...
Except I would title it whiny bitch mode.
Hey now, we have to treat journalists fair in this game because it's not like, you know, they're being paid to write about video games for a if you cannot detect the sarcasm in my voice, I apologize. Most journalists out there, honestly, I don't understand why they even play video games because they obviously don't enjoy them. Why write about them?
My life is so boring. If only fate would come along and fuck me in the ass.
With the Elden Ring gamers that like try to troll or
maybe
whatever,
you should have some apple pie and get fucked in the ass.
I am an adult and I do have responsibilities outside of YouTube and outside of video games and all this other stuff. So people, when they hear that, they just sometimes when they don't have those things, it's a disconnect for them. They're like, "What do you mean you're busy with other stuff?"
He's still basically reiterating the, if you like this game, you probably have no family, no friends, no life. He's still saying the same shit, dude.
So I think that's the first problem. The second problem with Elden Ring,
level of reiteration.
Is the graphics.
Oh shit.
Here we go again.
The graphics.
The graphics are stupendous. Look at this.
Are dog shit. The graphics are dog shit. The graphics are dog shit.
In the beginning, like, when I first started Elden Ring and I was playing it, and I was like, man, this game kind of sucks. And then once I saw it was a bunch of 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 25-year-olds, like, oh, get good, scrub. I was like, okay, I see what this is. This is a bunch of kids living with their parents. This is what they do to challenge themselves outside of taking out the trash.
Bro just can't stop. Just stop throwing shade.
Stop. No, he can't. That's all he can do. Quantum TV is a professional shade thrower, and anytime something gets too hard, he complains about it and pretends like he's a victim. Sounds familiar.
Stop it. You guys will see. It'll be very fun for me next year. More TVs. You guys helped us fund Quantum TV by literally just trolling.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this
Good
video
throwing
about
on the
Game
leafy
Awards
there.
or how much money you make?
Everybody who has been coming on and who have been ratioing, it's like, you've really done nothing but, like, literally just put money in my pocket, bro. Like, all day.
I can't watch anymore.
When GTA 6 was announced and they said they were going to have a female protagonist, again, people just kind of, like, lost their shit for no reason. You know, this is kind of where I draw the line when they start saying that Rockstar, the Rockstar Games, out of all companies, is going to start being woke. So this will be GTA 6, the woke edition.
No. Great, I hate to be the bearer of bad news on this, but Rockstar has been pretty woke now for quite some time.
Also, just realized that's probably not their actual profile picture. He probably put a clown over.
I
said that earlier, and I was like,
privatization,
wait, he put a clown over their profile.
For internet.
That makes more
privacy
sense
rules,
now. Yeah.
For internet privacy rules, yes. You see, he can
Pardon
put
my earlier
IGN,
stupidity in the video.
See, he can put IGN because all he's doing is reading off IGN's thing here. But where he's possibly going to be saying stuff that's defamatory about this person here for internet privacy rules, it's best to... Because the only way that this person's going to be known as the person he's defaming is if they expose themselves. That's and that's.
Or if someone just goes and finds that comment on. That
but
post.
that's legwork that an individual does, not the act man.
Game's not even out. It's got a woman in it. How is that woke? Now, if they start saying we're trying to be more politically correct in GTA 6, then maybe we can start going down that woke route.
They already have. They've already. I don't know if anyone was here for the live stream, but Rockstar Games was they were going to. They had a spot. I forget which gaming showcase that it was. I think maybe E3. They did a 2-hour Zoom call with like their board of like from like the UK and the US and everything, and they basically just jerked each other off about how progressive they were for 2 fucking hours.
I do remember you telling me about that.
2 hours. I was about 20 minutes in when I kept hearing it's just like, we were the first cup, we were the first cup, we were the first cup, we were the first cup. I'm like, no, you were fucking not. I know the fact that, like, look, if you want to have certain individuals in certain games, like if you want to have a genderqueer bull moose as your fucking protagonist, go right the fuck ahead. But don't self-congratulate yourself and be like, see, we're progressive. We care about the people out there. And we want, it's like shaking, they're like shaking their own hands and everything, congratulating themselves.
I thought you were doing a motion like they were stroking their own dick, and I was
that
like,
too.
It's more like this.
Well, no, they're like shaking their own hands and pretending like they're the first ones to have this amazing idea of putting someone as the protagonist other than a straight white male. Oh my God. And it's like, and if the game is if the game is not successful, what do? Every time. They always come out, call gamers entitled. They say, oh, it's like the gamers are racist and bigoted and all that. It's just like, or maybe the game just doesn't interest them. I mean, there is that. I mean, these companies just don't take any responsibility, or just don't say, hey, this is what we're doing. That's it. That's all you have to say. You don't have to self-congratulate and pretend like you're changing the world for the better and like making a difference. You're not. You're a video game company where people run over hookers and steal their fucking money.
This video gonna be over an hour long.
Yes, it is.
Bro, I mean, I would be shocked if Rockstar, of all companies, went woke, or if they were like, nope, you can't kill hookers anymore, can't kill women. No, dude. Rockstar Games have always pushed the boundaries. They do whatever they want and they get away with it, and they always have and they always will. Female pro tag, hard pass. Sorry, the woke crowd ruined it by shoving it down our throats for the past few years. Bye. Okay, it's like, yeah, you can make fun of woke stuff. It does get annoying and tiresome, but that fucking Millennia article is kind of right sometimes. Like dumbasses just don't like female protagonists for whatever reason.
Some dumbasses, yes.
Dude, calling everything sexist is just as cringe as calling everything woke. Can we agree on that? Like, can we at least try to have some, like, reasonable common sense?
No.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet criticism makes money.
There are still a large number of people that are shitting on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and the Nintendo Switch in general. Yeah, I know, believe it or not, pretty crazy that they're milking the hell out of shitting on Nintendo. But hey, content's content.
Content's content. Yeah, it's YouTube, man. Something bad? Hey, look, that thing's bad. Here's my video on it. Something's awesome? Hey, that thing's awesome. Here's my video on it. Yeah.
Ah, yes, the floor here is made of floor.
Experts.
The air here seems to be made out of air.
These social media influencers, these YouTubers, they have no merit. They have no ground.
No merit, no ground. I showed the gameplay of Scarlet and Violet. I think it speaks for itself. Mm-hmm. That's my merit. I've played Pokemon since Red and Blue, literally since the 90s.
There are people who...
Also, no merit. No merit. No merit.
Yeah, it's 1.68 merit. That's what the M stands for.
Yeah, 1.68 merit.
That is more than 0.
Yes. Way more.
who've gone out and played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet after knowing it was a massive glitchy mess, knowingly paid $60 for this game, and then turned around and spent hours on a review just to shit on it. They weren't sent a pre-copy. They weren't sent a copy ahead of time.
People that get pre-copies don't shit on games like that.
No.
What?
You know why you know why most of them do not shit on games like that? Because if they do, they'll stop receiving early copies. See? This is why this shit makes no sense, dude. Like, game developers want so much control over the initial narrative upon release. Hell, movie studios tried to do that too. I remember when Batman v Superman, when it came out, everyone was saying, "Oh, this is the movie everyone's just like, it's like DC has done in one movie what it took Marvel to do in 6." I remember that was the initial narrative when it came out, but then when the rest of the reviews came out and its score went from like a 97 to an 85, then a 71, and then like a 62, and then when it tumbled down to reality, everyone was just like, "Well, I wonder why the reviews early were so good." These companies want to control the narrative. That's it.
So you're upset that people are making bad reviews of a game like a month or two after it came out. Well, genius. Not everybody shits out a video in one day, okay? Sometimes it takes time.
Not everyone shits out a video in one day. Hi there. We do.
It's not quite the same kind of content.
No, it isn't, and that's something like Actman definitely has. Like, I respect the shit out of the Actman for his level of dedication to doing videos his way. All we're doing is knee-jerk reactions to how we feel about what we are seeing in the moment. It's a different method of madness.
It's a real-time creation as opposed to a pre-planning process along with a putting plan into action process along with a post-creation process.
Yeah.
It's basically like creating in the moment along with some post-production. Like, so we kind of cut out the planning phase and stuff like that.
Yeah. I can already hear it now. It's like, Jesus Christ. The Actman reactions over 1 hour long. This gonna be good.
Maybe I don't want to play the game right away. Maybe a buddy convinces me.
They weren't sent a pre-copy. They weren't sent a copy ahead of time. They didn't buy the game, play it day one, and make a review, and it was out within the first week.
What does the timing have to do with anything? Of course people are going to be negative. It's like it's the internet.
These are individuals who will literally go out, buy the game, just to make content on it because it's trendy.
Why is it trendy? Is it because the game looks like this? Because that might be a good reason.
They do these videos on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch and just shit all over it. So, it's so underpowered.
My dude, Nintendo does not need you to defend them. You see, if there were unfair criticism being hurled at something, I could see that. These are all very fair criticisms. Very fair criticisms. Nikki Jakey and the Actman are, I would say, two of the more tame takes on Pokemon Violet and Scarlet.
Yeah, I took like one look at some of the stuff and was just like, Pokemon 2077, let's go.
So garbage. It's so junk. It makes me think to myself, well, no, this isn't a day one thing, so why are you doing this?
Remember, fellas, you can only criticize a game if you played it day one and reviewed it in one day. Bro, it's like I bought the game, I didn't play it for a bit, and then I played it, and then I was like, oh, this is really bad.
This game is shit.
So I made a video on it. It ain't that deep.
What do you gain by spending $60 on a game a month later after the game is released? Will you gain views? You gain content. Why would you make a video, a review? Why would you give a company $60 of your hard-earned money? Why would you spend $250 to $300 on a game console when you know, one, it's extremely underpowered?
Why would you spend $60 on a game to review it? Oh, gee, I don't know. Because if you get a pirated copy and they find out that you have a pirated copy and you make content with it, you could be sued into oblivion! You fucking halfwit!
Why would I spend money on a game console? Because it's...
People are so stupid, dude.
You've had plenty of time in advance to know about the exact product you're purchasing. You still do it all. You do all of it. And then turn around and spend hours on a review just to shit all over it.
Why did I spend money on a game to review it? Because I'm not gonna steal it. Well, folks, it's been an interesting year, hasn't it? We've seen a lot of great video games and a lot of bad hot takes. That's about all I can handle right now. I'm gonna go get some bleach and pour it into my eyes now. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did and subscribe to The Act Man for more awesome content. All right, everyone, that's all I got for today. This is The Act Man signing out.
I think I need some bleach in my ears, too.
Why?
After hearing the hot takes from some of those
No,
people.
I know. I need an ear exam. I need it for multiple reasons. One, because I forgot to play music down here last night without my noise protecting headphones.
It's like I go to the doctor in a few days and it's just like, yeah, it seems you have an ear infection. Huh, what do you think could have caused that? What have you been watching on the internet? It's like,
I've been looking at shitty hot takes presented by the Act Man. It's like, oh dear God. Don't tell me it was a Polygon article. It was a Polygon article. Damn it.
And Quantum TV was on there too. Yeah, that explains everything.
Explains everything. Yeah. And you look and there's just a tumor.
Like, well, we got some industrial antibiotics here.
Yeah, you look in your ear, next thing you know, there's just a little tumor in there in the shape of Quantum TV's face.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it's just like whispering in your ear the whole time. It's just like
Elden Ring sucks. This is trash. Elden Ring is not Game of the Year. Nobody will be talking about it next year.
And then Elden Ring wins.
Nobody's even playing it anymore.
And then Elden Ring wins Game of the Year. You see that, and your little tumor in your ear starts going just like it's not really Game of the Year. They just gave it to it because it's a Japanese company. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, so...
But at least this video did do one thing for me personally. That was confirmed that I think Quantum TV is actually a giant fucking troll.
I think so, too. Given everything we've seen, it wouldn't surprise me.
Because that restores a little bit of my faith in humanity, because I like to think that nobody can be that fucking stupid. I like to hold on to a little strand of hope that it's just physically impossible for people to be a certain level of just moron.
Hope? Nick, this is the internet. You don't hope here. This is where hope goes to die. Oh, God. I'm joking, by the way. This is where hope does live on the internet. It's just very, very sporadic.
This is where hope goes to Rule 34 artists to get reamed over and over again.
God, why, dude? Why would you say that?
Because it's true.
I know, but that doesn't mean I need to hear it.
The internet is for... The internet is for...
Welcome
Grab
to the
your
internet.
dick and double click for...
Thank you, because I was like, that's a lot of you saying that word.
Forgot you can't say that.
Yeah, instead I'll just be like, welcome to the internet. Have a look around. Anything that brain of yours can think of can be found. We have mountains of content. Some better, some worse. If none of it's of
there's a
interest to you,
lot of
you'd be the
worse, too.
first.
Like, there's a lot of worse.
Oh. We got movies and doctors and fantasy sports and a bunch of colored pencil drawings of all the different characters of Harry Potter fucking each other. Welcome to the internet.
Well, thank you, Act Man, for riling us up for over an hour.
Oh my God, yeah. This video is currently sitting at 1 hour and 7 minutes. I'm actually going to take a picture of this and post it on Twitter so that people can see what the Act Man has done to us.
That's how you know he makes a good video, because he made a 20-minute video and we got an hour worth of entertainment out of it.
Yes, and hopefully you got an hour of entertainment out of this, and hopefully we didn't chase you off with our like insane ramblings and everything. But until next time, everyone, signing off. I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
This was the Act Man. Be sure to subscribe to him. This guy is awesome. Click his name in the title of the video, and until next time, we'll see you then. Peace.